Alright, I think the bomb might have been there. What do you guys think? Hello everyone, welcome back to Trauma Team. We did find another corpse, so we're gonna go investigate it. To recap, there's a bomber, and he is raging. And he already killed one guy, and now apparently there's another guy. That's basically all we know. They literally said in the last episode, all we know about this is the victims were killed by bombs, which is very, very helpful. They also said the next victim would be a white guy, and I'm guessing that, this is the white guy. It took very fast. I only heard the warning like 2 minutes ago, and then they're like, Dr. Kimishima, another corpse is here. So he killed that guy pretty fast, but it was also a very vague clue, so how the hell was I supposed to figure out who he was gonna bomb exactly? I'm just saying. Like, how was I supposed to figure that out? I should not... There should be no guilt for me here. It wasn't my fault. I'm not the one bombing people. Anyway, let's go look at the corpse, shall we?
Another one? What are you talking about?
Another corpse. Naomi, it's okay.
The newest victim.
Great.
There was another bombing.
The white man has arrived.
The raging bomber again?
Yes, apparently. The corpse is in the autopsy room.
Dude just could not wait.
Please investigate it when you have time.
It's been 5 minutes,
All right.
dude.
I'll look at it right away.
Cool. Welcome back to Trauma Team. We have so many bodies. So many bodies are everywhere.
The fourth one. How many more will there be by the time this is all over?
Looks like a white man. Oh. Once again, jump scared by my Wii remote vibrating.
I can't hear anything.
He didn't say shit.
So he died before he was able to say anything about his death.
Thanks for being so helpful, dead man. God. Dead. Deceased voice, question mark? That's so helpful. Aiden, Posner, and unknown. Alright, let's look at his body. Let's go. I think, perhaps, he got exploded. It looks the same. Except he doesn't have shrapnel in him. So, that's a little... Oh. What have we here? More carbon dust.
There's something on the fingertip. I've seen this somewhere
Interesting. But it's on his left hand.
before. Now where was that?
It was on the other guy's hand.
Yes, I noticed this on the third victim, Aiden Posner, as well. There's something a little different about this, though. It's...
Yeah, it's on his left hand this time. The flavor. Yeah, she licked it. She had to make sure.
Yes, Aiden had it on a different part of his hand.
It wasn't a different part of his hand, it was a different hand. That's actually, it was the same part, just on a different hand.
The substance on Aiden's hand was...
The right little... Oh yeah, it was on his thumb, definitely. Even though I just answered that it was on a little finger 2 seconds ago.
That's right. It was on the little finger of his right hand.
Interesting.
I should have these compared to see if they're the same substance.
Well, they probably are. But, okay. I'm assuming I need to click on his explosion wound, but maybe not.
The corpse has obvious lacerations and burns caused by the explosion. These wounds look very similar to the ones found on Aiden's corpse.
It's almost like he also got exploded. I just looked at my webcam. I'm not doing face cam on this video. And yet I looked at my webcam as if you could see me do that. So that's fun. Streaming is getting to me, clearly. Like I said last episode, I thought about doing face cam, but it's like midnight right now. I did not feel like getting out of my pajamas and putting makeup on my face. So I was just like, nah. Nah, I'll continue looking like a gremlin in my office.
This requires further investigation.
I want to play Trauma Team right now! That should be the extent of what I can learn from the corpse. Okay. Bye-bye. No more corpse for me! I wonder... I'm gonna check his personal effects anyway, even though the other guys had, like, no evidence on them. Okay, his pants are fine. His shirt's fucked up. His back is fine. So again, same close range explosion. And she's just telling me examining the corpse will tell me more. So I'm just gonna assume I don't have to listen to this. I mean, look at this.
Oh, Dr. Kimishima, we've found some information about the victim.
Thank you.
I'm listening.
Is it his name?
Let's see. The victim is Stephen Eldred. He's 20 years old and is a student at a local college.
And a Caucasian
Okay.
male, as in the bomber's warning.
Cool.
Yes, but we still don't know if this is the revolutionaries doing or not.
Well, finding out shouldn't make us any happier. It's another life lost.
I'm assuming it's the same person.
Right, right. This might sound a little morbid, but we got lucky with this explosion.
How so?
It didn't cause any fires or structural damage,
Oh.
so the crime scene is more or less intact.
Okay.
This gives us a better opportunity to find out who did it, no matter who.
Huh, that's
Oh.
true. The more information we can get, the better.
I didn't mean to cut you off, little guy. I'm sorry.
Investigating the crime scene and the corpse may help us progress in the investigation.
Right. I've sent all the information we have right now to your computer.
Nice.
I'll have HQ get us a recording of the original bomb threat, too.
Please
Nice.
do. I'm going to continue investigating.
Cool, cool, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Dead. I love how it says dead in like all capital letters, as if I didn't know he was dead. Deceased voice question mark has become deceased voice. Steven. Anything new on the computer that I should start analyzing before I go? Like this.
Oh, Dr. Kimishima, do you need something analyzed? What's this?
This was found on the fourth victim's corpse.
It's the carbon dust
Can
again.
you see if this is the same substance that was found on Aiden's hand?
Sure,
I'm
I'll just
convinced.
take a moment. This is carbon dust, too. There's no mistaking it.
Wig. Okay.
I thought as much. But why would they both have carbon dust on them?
Do I have to combine the hand now?
Huh. Yes, these two can be put together.
Thank God. I was really afraid it was gonna say, nah, you can't put those together. What the fuck's wrong with you?
They both have carbon dust on their fingertips.
It was not on their fingertips. It was the side of the hand. The side of the little finger side of the hand, not the fingertips. What? Okay. I'm gonna ignore it. It's fine. Everything's great.
But there's something quite different between the two of them. That is,
Right and left. It's on different hands. It's the same carbon dust, but the chemicals are different. Ooh, almost complete already?
yes, the substance was on Aiden's right hand, but on Stephen's left. So many similarities and one difference. This bothers me a little.
All these have the same picture. His next victim was the Steven.
Hey, little guy, there's something I want to ask you.
The Steven, I said.
Yes. What is it?
Did you know the victim at all before the bombing?
Why would he know the victim?
Huh? No, I've never seen him before.
I thought so. That makes this a little odd.
Why would he know? Okay.
Odd how?
The revolutionary did give advance notice about his next target. Still, the victim this time is obviously different from his previous one.
Oh, he wasn't famous. Right, there was like a singer, a politician, and a tennis player. They were all famous.
What's different about him?
Took me a sec to realize that
It's
he isn't famous.
That's it. A politician, a celebrity, and an athlete. All the other victims up until now were in the public eye.
Maybe he appeared on TV and then got kidnapped and then was on the Midnight Channel and then I'm sorry. I'll shut up about Persona. I do be having the Persona brain rot.
This bombing killed an ordinary college student with no notoriety at all.
That's true now that you mention it.
Perhaps this was a copycat crime after all.
I know who the Raging Bomber is. I'll be quiet.
Or perhaps, has the raging bomber changed his modus operandi?
We might be wrong to assume that. Maybe the reasoning behind his previous victims wasn't that they were famous.
In any case, we have to
But they all
continue
were,
investigating.
though. And that's an important thing to think about anyway.
Keep finding out whatever you can. Let me know if you learn anything.
Understood. I'll do that.
Alright. Combine these? Nope. Do I have to do this?
I need these wounds analyzed, little guy.
They're the same wounds. It's the same. I feel like we don't need to do this whole fucking game here.
Okay, let's see. Radially expanding wounds. It's very similar to Aiden's injuries, though the explosion itself seems a little smaller.
If the wounds are the same shape, the reason why should be obvious. These wounds can tell us that...
Boom. Close range. Inside them! Ooh, fuck. I feel like that would look very different.
Yes, this victim was killed by a close-range explosion as well.
Can I combine them?
At first glance, it looks
Can I
like the
combine the
same
cards?
method was used. I should compare the two to learn more.
Okay. Wait, wrong. This one. It was there before.
Yes, these two can be put
moved.
together. Aiden Posner and Stephen Eldred. The conditions of both explosions were the same, and both explosions were about the same strength.
Wig. Okay.
There's a good chance that these two deaths were caused by the same person after all.
Okay, I don't think I can do anything with these anymore, so... I'm gonna go to the crime scene. Let's go look at this, man's house room. Dorm room? Was he in the dorms? He said he was a college
This
student.
room belonged to the fourth victim, Stephen Eldred.
Looks a little nice for a dorm room. Maybe it's an apartment.
The explosion was concentrated on the right side of the room. The left side is almost untouched.
Oh,
What's that sound?
rest in peace to that guitar. Who's calling me? Or I guess who's calling Steven, not me. There's a phone right there.
So that's what it was.
Okay. It's a really
Hello?
old phone. Why does he have that really old phone in his room?
Excuse me, but isn't this Mr. Eldred's residence?
Who the fuck are you?
That's correct. And you are...
Michael Lang. I'm from Loan and Taxes. If you are aware of our business model, then you must know why I'm calling.
Oh, this man's in debt.
Huh. You're a loan shark. Does that mean Stephen Eldred has a debt?
I will not divulge any of my customers' personal information. Please let Mr. Eldred
Well,
know
he's dead,
that
so-
we're trying to contact him.
Well, he's dead, so I don't know how you're gonna get that money, my guy.
Well then,
Bye.
Michael Lang from Loan and Taxes. Was that really a call from a loan shark?
I don't know. Alright, I think the bomb might have been there. What do you guys think? The burns are most severe here on this shelf. This must have been where the explosion was centered. Oh. Oh? Oh, there's something up there.
What could this piece of metal be from?
It looks just like the one that was in that guy's body. Pipe bomb. Pipe bomb.
It's embedded rather deep. It was most likely launched by the force of the explosion.
Okay, what's this? Nothing catches it. What about... There's a piece of paper on the ground. Why can't I click on that? Hello? Hello? Why can't I swear I should be able to pick that very obvious piece of paper up. Or the footprints? The footprints aren't good enough for you? Alright. Fine. Put the guitar on the floor.
Wow, this is filthy. It appears to be a broken guitar.
Yeah. I think his apartment's messy because, it exploded. Now me. I think that might be why it's filthy. Why do there's a card for the broken guitar, but there's not a card for the footprints. I thought that would be evidence. The random piece of paper on the floor, I thought that might be evidence, but the broken guitar, that's not just a little interesting tidbit.
It seems to stand out compared to the rest of this room.
Does it? It stands out compared to the explosion. Alright. Oh, it's gone now. I must have picked it up. Is that the stand that it was on? What about his trash can? Can I click on his trash can? No. Window? Phone again? this phone broken? That was one distinctive ringtone. It sounded like a phone ringing. Tell me. Textbooks. Boxes? No. What about his weird... Wait, maybe his computer.
Could this be the computer that the victim used? This may still have some information we can use. Let's power it up and see what there is. Odd. The screen isn't turning on.
It's just a gaming PC. He was a Twitch streamer. He has a microphone. He could have been a Twitch streamer.
It's not accepting any input either.
Well, fuck.
Could it be broken?
It doesn't look like it was touched by the explosion. That's interesting. Non-responsive computer. That's it? Okay, I'm still convinced I should be able to pick up that piece of paper. I'm convinced. But the game's not letting me. Clearly it's not obvious enough. Like, look how brightly colored it is compared to everything else. I should be able to click on that. I want the exit, please. Thank you. Why would they make it yellow if they didn't want me to click on it, man? Anyway, office. Office time! Let's go. I gotta combine the...
guy.
Okay, I guess we're having conversation first.
What are you up to now?
I'm insulted. There's somebody I need you to look into.
What am I up to now? My job, little guy?
Is that all? That shouldn't be any problem.
Good. His name is Michael Lang. He's a loan shark.
Planning on buying a house soon?
Stop playing around. He called the victim's phone.
I see. Was it a collection call? Did the victim owe him money?
I'm still concerned that he had that old-ass rotary phone in his room and not, like, a cell phone that got blown up in his pocket. I don't know.
He hung up before I could find out. That's why I'm asking for your assistance.
Oh, I get it. Okay, I'll look into him.
Make sure to check whether or not he's employed at a place called Loan and Taxes. For all we know, the man who called was the bomber himself.
Fair.
I'll keep that possibility in mind.
Didn't sound like Teddie, though. Okay, so we need to combine this metal thingy with this metal thingy. Never mind. I must have to give this to little guy.
Hey, little guy, can you tell me anything about this?
And then he'll tell me it's a steel pipe, and then I can combine it.
Yes, of course. It's a piece of metal.
I collected it from the wall of the room the explosion happened in, so I thought...
Yep, it's a piece of steel pipe. It could have come
Yep.
from anywhere. The chromatographic scan shows
There it
traces
is.
of black powder. The powder was used as the explosive propellant.
Now we know for sure what that piece of metal is. It's...
Bomb fragment. Part of the bomber. Part of a bomb, part of a gun, part of a robot.
Yes.
What if the robot
it's
was the
likely
bomber?
Same situation that occurred with Aiden's death. The analyses show that the powder and the metal are exactly the same as those found in Aiden's bombing.
I'm just losing my mind over the idea of, like, a robot being the bomber and he's, like, placing his own limbs in the bombs and then building a new arm or something, like, afterwards. Like, oh shit, I probably shouldn't have put my arm in that bomb. I need a new arm.
I see. I get the feeling that this will work with something else that we know.
Oh, you mean the other piece of metal that looks exactly the same? Yeah, baby. Combine them cards.
These pieces of metal were found at both Aiden's and Stephen's deaths. Material analysis showed that both pieces were chemically identical. That means...
The steel pipe. Alchemy experiments.
Yes, it's quite likely that both pieces were cut from common steel pipes. There's something else we discovered about the metal fragments. That is...
Substance of the bomb propellant. The substance was the bomber's fingerprints. Because that's a substance.
Indeed. Black powder was used as the propellant for both explosions.
So it was the raging bomber.
The same components, the same metal casing. The bombs in these cases are the same type of explosive.
Alright. Can't do anything with that. Can't do anything with that. Were there other similarities? Yeah, the bombs were the same.
There is something we can deduce using this information. The raging bomber is believed to have been responsible for 4 bombings.
5.
Of the 2 cases that I've been investigating, the third and
Never
fourth
mind. I can't
victims,
count. Never mind. I can't count.
both bombs were made of a metal pipe and used black powder. Also, the wounds on the victims have another similarity. That is,
They, same power. Same amount of grudges.
yes. the
What does that
wounds on
even
the bodies
mean?
help us determine the
Same amount of
strength the
grudges.
explosions. It turns out that both corpses had almost the exact same wounds.
It's true.
Materials, propellants, power. They all point to the idea that the 2 bombs were virtually identical. Another similarity in the 2 cases is the victim's distance from the bomb. Both Aiden and Stephen had been
Very close. It's the same, but the distance is varied, because that makes sense. These answers are
Yes.
something else.
both of them were very close to the bombs when they went off. Same bomb, same delivery method. This all draws us to a logical conclusion that
They were made by a child, because that makes sense. Yeah! We're nowhere near solving this case, but the gold evidence just gives me serotonin.
indeed. It seems safe to think that these 2 murders were the work of the same person.
Alright. Can't do anything with these. Besides
Little
this.
guy, are you a music aficionado at all?
I don't know what the point of this guitar is.
Why? Well, I know bits and pieces.
Maybe you might not know either. I need you to analyze this guitar.
Oh, this thing's pretty nasty. Holy.
What's with you?
What?
Dr. Kimishima, where did you find this?
At the victim's house?
Her? It was
Oh,
in
I
the
didn't mean to click
victim's
through all
room.
of that.
Stevens, that is.
Then the neck was broken in the explosion?
Probably, yes. So what?
Son of a bitch. The raging bomber's gonna
Oh, it must be a real expensive famous guitar or something.
Hey, calm down. What's wrong?
I can't calm down. This guitar, it belonged to musical legend Ben Frank.
Ben Frank? Benjamin Franklin? The founding father of the United States? Wait! No, there's a Benjamin Franklin that, like, writes music for the Atlas games. I think they must mean him. Wait.
Look, it's the 1955 Dagmite model. Oh, I can't believe it.
I don't understand. Is that instrument valuable?
Clearly.
It's beyond valuable. Finding this is a miracle. Normally, I'd have it sent to the museum immediately for safekeeping, but oh, damn it!
That really sounded like Yosuke just then.
Oh, what? Doesn't this get to you, Doctor?
Not really. Clearly, she doesn't have any idea who Ben Frank is.
No, not really. I mean, it's a broken guitar.
Oh, you don't understand. Listen to me. If this was ever on the market, it would go for $70,000 to $80,000.
That could be a motive, maybe.
I wouldn't be surprised if bids went over $100,000.
That's impressive.
Ah. Now it's personal. Dr. Kimishima, we have to put this bastard, this killer behind bars.
That implies he didn't give a shit about the bombings before. I love that.
Yes. Well, I agree. In any event, a guitar worth more than $100,000. That's not the kind of thing an ordinary student would be able to afford.
Yeah, where the fuck did he get that?
Perhaps I should have him look at it once he's calmed down a bit.
Broken guitar has become expensive guitar. Has he calmed down yet?
Little guy, can I borrow you for a moment?
Yes, of course. Do you need me to look at something?
Can you take a close look at this guitar?
Of course. I am a professional after all. I can be impartial.
Okay, sure, I don't believe you.
Please do, then. What can you tell me about it?
There's not much I can say other than... Oh, wait a moment.
Found something?
Is it fake?
Yes. It looks like this guitar was played by someone other than Ben Frank.
So what does that mean? Is the guitar a fake?
No, of course not. The scratches, the wear, everything says it's the real deal. But Ben Frank is right-handed.
Oh.
And this guitar has been said to be played by someone who's left-handed.
Oh,
The guitar's
interesting.
set for a left-handed player? The difference between right and left-handed guitars is...
String order. String order.
Yes, the string order is reversed, depending on the dominant hand.
I'm surprised you knew that, Dr. Kimishima.
It's just basic, like, logic.
When the thinner strings are on the right, it's for right-handed players. It's the opposite for left-handers.
The fourth victim owned this guitar. I doubt that he would lend his $100,000 guitar to anyone else. That makes it likely that Stephen Eldred was...
Left-handed. Right-footed, yeah. Because feet are definitely important here.
left-handed, right. That information could prove useful.
Yeah, it could.
These two may lead us to learn
There we
something new.
I know where this goes.
The third victim, Aiden Posner.
He was right-handed. The other guy was
The
left-handed.
callus on his palm is proof of his
That's an important
dominant arm.
difference.
That would mean he was...
Right-handed. Mutant third hand! I think we would have seen that on his corpse unless it got blown off. What if the bombing was staged just to get rid of his mutant third hand? He didn't want anyone to know about it, clearly. Who writes these answers? It's so funny.
Correct. He was right-handed. The fourth victim, Stephen
I knew
Eldred.
handedness would come into this. They wouldn't just introduce occupational markers as like a concept unless they were gonna make handedness important in this case.
His guitar tells us which is his dominant hand. That would be his...
Left hand. He was telekinetic. I would have laughed just as hard if it had said mutant third hand again. I'm very easy to please.
Yes. The guitar had been strung for a left-handed player. The famous musician the guitar belonged to was right-handed. If anyone were to change the strings, it would be the current owner. Thus, we can reason that Stephen Eldred was himself left-handed. I wonder if this difference will be any help in this investigation.
Oh, it will. I know exactly. I know exactly. Where is it? Because the hands, right hand versus left hand. And then just where did that? Yeah, baby.
I think these
Yeah,
may help us get closer to
baby.
solving the mystery.
I'm so fucking smart.
Both the third and fourth victims had carbon dust on their fingers.
To be fair, I did remember, that the hand... Once I saw the carbon dust on the different hand, I remembered that the handedness was gonna be a thing, so I'm not actually that smart, I just have a memory from when I played the game the first time.
But the locations of the dust are the major difference between them.
Just trying to be transparent with you all.
On the other hand, we've learned about a difference between Aiden and Stephen. The two victims had different dominant hands. From these two facts, we can tell that the carbon dust was...
On the dominant hand. It was all over the victims' bodies, clearly. Yeah, baby! Gold evidence! I'm so fucking smart. Dominant dust.
Indeed, it was on each victim's dominant hand. I think we've gotten a little closer to figuring out the meaning behind the carbon dust.
Okay. And I need to give the computer to little guy.
Hey, little guy, can you look at something for me?
Little guy, I know you do everything already, but can you fix this computer also?
The computer won't boot up? It was in an explosion. It's probably broken.
It was nowhere near the explosion.
That doesn't really matter as long as we can get the data from the hard drive.
True. Huh. Wait a second.
Did you find something?
Yes. The computer's fine.
Interesting.
It's not starting up because it's locked.
Oh, man was an asshole, clearly locking his computer like
Is there
that.
any way to unlock it?
I say that as if I don't have precautions taken so that my mother doesn't look at my computer.
Well, we could try to force our way in, though. There's a chance it'll wipe itself and we'll lose the data.
Although my precaution is just a password that she will never guess, so.
It seems the victim was using voice authentication software.
I don't use voice authentication software or anything. Damn it.
Voice authentication. So it'll only start up using the owner's voice.
Sucks that he didn't say anything when he died, otherwise we could have used our weird phone call.
Yes, but it belonged to Stephen Eldred.
So it'll never start up again.
F. Well, I didn't think that was gonna become gold evidence, but... Yep. I don't think I can do anything else in here.
Dr. Kimishima, we've found out more about that man.
Do you mean the victim or the loan shark man?
What man? Who are you talking about?
Oh, Michael Lang.
Loan shark man.
He really does
Okay.
work for Loan and Taxes.
Loan shark man, okay.
So that is a real company. Is that his real name?
Sounds like such a fake company name. I definitely understand her suspicion.
Yes, though what he does is barely considered legal.
Huh. If that's the case, is there the slightest chance that he's the bomber?
I'm guessing he's not.
I don't know about that. I'll send you the recording of his interrogation anyway. Please listen to it when you have time.
Okay.
Got it. Even if he isn't the culprit, he can at least tell us more about the victim.
Yeah, spill the tea,
There's no reason to not
Michael.
listen to what he had to say.
Alright. Let's listen to this man's testimony. Very dramatic window shot. Which again begs the question. Who chooses these photos for the voice recorder? Does the interviewee send in their own photograph? Because this is a very dramatic, this is like headshot material here. That doesn't have a picture. That's also a very nice picture of her. But this is like this would be on Instagram. Anyway, let's listen to his recording, shall we? Ooh, talkative man, I see.
Yes, that's correct. I'm his financial agent. He's dead. That's a problem.
That's a
I'm sure
problem.
our company will be gravely affected. It seems you don't know, but Mr. Eldred, he owes us $100,000, including interest.
The guitar.
Of which he has paid $25,000, leaving $75,000.
Guitar is $100,000.
Well, I've seen the name in the
Boom.
news. This will be problematic. We'll have to take on the dead then. We extremely regret having to hear about something like
Yes, hello, Mr. Bomber. Unfortunately, the man you've killed had $75,000 in debt, so I will be putting that bill onto your name, Mr. Bomber, sir. Imagine trying to get the raging bomber to pay this man's debt. That's hilarious.
We extremely regret having to hear about something like this. Yes, it's true that we issue unsecured loans. Still, there's no reason to loan money to people with no means of repaying that debt. In all honesty, Mr. Eldred agreed to make a down payment of $10,000 for the loan. Not only did he make that initial payment, he paid $5,000 the first month and another $10,000 the next. His source of income? I'm sorry, but our consumer financial group does not surge within other people's private concerns. Yes, we did loan $100,000 to Mr. Eldred. This was based on the assumption that he could repay the loan.
A college
Killed
student.
Mr. Eldred? You must be joking. If we killed off our customers, we'd never reclaim what was owed to us. I'd say that
Valid.
we'd take a much more pragmatic approach.
Yeah, break his kneecaps or something, not kill him.
Kimishima, I have additional information about Michael Lang.
Cool, what is it?
He's a veteran loan shark who's been working with Loan and Taxes for the past 12 years.
I see. It looks like we'll need to do some investigating into the victim as well.
You mean Stephen Eldred?
Who else would I be talking about? The tennis man did not take out $100,000 in loans.
Right. He doesn't fit the pattern of the previous bombing victims.
He did have a sick-ass guitar, though.
For example,
He wasn't blown up. He isn't dead. Ooh, Stephen Eldred walks in
Right.
the office and he's
he's
like,
the only one who
"Whoa.
wasn't particularly well known.
what do you mean I'm dead?
Why would the bomber target him at all?
Maybe the bomber really likes classic guitars.
If we can figure out why, I think we'll see a great deal of progress in this case. There's more to it than that, though. The victim himself made some unanswered questions. According to Michael Lang, the man from Loan and Taxes, Stephen was $100,000 in debt.
Actually, he was only $75,000 in debt. He paid off the other $25K. But he did get the loan for $100K, so you're right about that.
The reason for that is
Probably the guitar, man. Build a computer. Yeah, 100K for a PC. That seems like a little much. It was obviously the guitar. Paid for his wedding to whom?
That's
The guitar.
a possibility.
Imagine if he married the guitar. Yes, I needed 100K to buy this guitar, and then I'm gonna need another 100K to finance my wedding to this guitar. Yes. So he's actually 200K in debt, obviously.
Still, how can an ordinary student get such a substantial loan?
I mean, student loans exist.
The reason must be because
How much was his tuition? He was friends with a loan shark? Periodic income. Not that we know what it is, but
indeed there was a
Steven's
deposit made
mysteries.
to his account, a large one of unknown origin. That was why the loan shark accepted his means of repaying the debt. This led to Stephen being loaned the $100,000. The more we investigate, the cloudier the truth gets.
Dr. Kimishima? Can you hear me?
Sorry, I'm busy.
I'm listening. What is it?
I've asked for another recording from HQ.
A recording of what?
That revolutionary guy. I thought it might be of some use to us.
Okay.
I ordered a copy of the announcement he made before Aiden Posner was killed.
I see. I'll check it out.
Alright. Well, it is about time to end the episode. We will listen to more Teddie voice actor next time on AbbyGames. Let me save really quick. I forgot to do that. Would be a pain if I had to do all that stuff again. Although not really, because I love this game and playing it gives me serotonin, so if I had to replay I wouldn't be that mad. But anyway, I hope you had a fun time watching this episode. I hope you're having a good time with this series in general. Thank you so much for watching, for liking, commenting, and subscribing. I appreciate y'all so much. You have no idea. I know my content has changed a bit. Recently, I'm mostly just playing this. I don't post 3 times a week anymore. Pandemic burnout really got to me. I'm just happy to be posting once a week consistently at this point. Just the fact that you guys are excited for this game and you like it and you're having a good time with me playing it, it's really fun for me. I like this game a lot. And the good thing is we're nowhere near finishing it, so we'll be having Trauma Team Tuesday for the foreseeable future. Yeah, I really like this game. Anyway, once again, Atlas, if you're ever considering making a Switch port of this game, I would pay full price for it. Or any of the other Trauma Center games. Or making a new Trauma Center game. I'd also would want that. Please, I love Trauma Team. I love Trauma Center so much. Please acknowledge its existence. I've been begging you in every episode of this series, but I'm gonna beg you again, because goddamn do I need more Trauma Team in my life. But I don't want to keep y'all too long, so I will cut off my begging there. They're not listening anyway. Unless you are, Atlas, in which case I appreciate the support. Thank you for watching my video. Love your games, by the way. I'll be back next week with more Trauma Team. If you want to see more Abby content, while you wait for that, I do stream on Twitch 4 times a week at twitch.tv/CaptainAbbyGames. I play different stuff over there, but it's still fun stuff. I like to think I can make any video game fun. I try my best to make every video game fun. And we do have a lot of fun over on Twitch. If you want to pop me a follow over there, that would be really cool. Maybe come hang out in my stream sometimes. I do have some follower goals set up, so when I hit 666 followers, 666, I will try Dead by Daylight for the first time. When I hit 850 followers on Twitch, I will do a Carl Weezer cosplay stream, and when I hit 1,000 followers, I'll start Genshin Impact. Those are my next 3 follower goals. I think they're fun. I hope you think they're fun too. I'll stop promoting myself on the internet, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye, everybody!